Wanda Smith, an Atlanta radio legend, passes away at 58. Comedian and radio personality, Wanda Smith, has passed away. She was 58. A cause of death is not yet known. Smith, a Miami native, was best known in Atlanta for hosting Frank and Wanda in the Morning, on V103, WVFM. Smith hosted the morning show from 1998 to 2012. She spent 4 years with Ryan Cameron from 2014 through early 2018. Smith would rejoin Frank Ski again for another stint at V103. Smith also received writing credits for Def Comedy Jam. She also made appearances in the films Madea Goes to Jail, Medea's Witness Protection, and The Drone That Saved Christmas. V103's Instagram account memorialized Smith. Our hearts are weighing heavier today as we grieve the loss of our beloved Wanda Smith. Someone who always made us smile and who was a big part of V103 for years. We extend our deepest prayers and condolences to her family. Condolences poured in from around the entertainment industry. Actress and comedian Loni Love shared her heart on social media. I am sad to hear about the passing of comedian and radio host Wanda Smith. She was a staple in the Atlanta area and we came up in comedy together. She was the ultimate entertainer. Rest now, sis. Condolences to the Smith family. Although she was more widely known for the Cat Williams radio incident, Wanda was one of the early Comic View comics that worked the Atlanta circuit. She put other comics on and loved being an entertainer. Rest in peace. Smith was married to Lamoris Sellers and the couple shared 3 children. She started her career at V103 as a co-host for the Frank and Wanda in the Morning show with Frank Ski in 1998 and worked on the show for 2 decades, with a break from 2012 to 2018. Before she was forced out in 2019, her show exit came after Smith's explosive interview with comedian Cat Williams in 2018, which saw the radio star and the comedian in a bitter feud after Williams insulted Smith's interview style. Williams had previously insulted other comedians and celebrities. Smith's husband Seller allegedly confronted Williams with a gun outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater following the row. But Williams did not press charges. According to Atlanta News First, Smith, a Miami native, was also known as a comedian, having been a writer on the TV series Def Comedy Jam and Comic View, Fox 5 Atlanta reports. Additionally, Smith had a weekly set at the Atlanta Comedy Theater and was in several movies like Madea Goes to Jail or Medea's Witness Protection by Tyler Perry, as well as The Drone That Saved Christmas. Smith's cause of death has not been reported. Condolences for the radio star poured in online, with actress and comedian Loni Love writing, I am sad to hear about the passing of comedian and radio host Wanda Smith. She was a staple in the Atlanta area and we came up in comedy together. She was the ultimate entertainer. Rest now, sis. Condolences to the Smith family. Another person on X said, I'm really sad about Wanda Smith. She was a legend in Atlanta radio. She is way more than that cat moment, as you can see by how folks are devastated. V103 will be honoring Smith on Sunday morning. During Sunday Morning Praise with Larry Tinsley, we will be taking time out to pay tribute to this V103 icon, the station said in a statement. Wanda Smith brought so much joy and care servicing the Atlanta community. Wanda's impact touched lives beyond making us laugh. Many times she championed efforts behind the scenes to make a difference in the lives of those who were without. Sammy Basso, defying odds and inspiring millions. Sammy Basso, known as the longest living person with Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome, died at the age of 28. Progeria, a rare genetic disorder that causes children to age rapidly, typically leads to a life expectancy of around 14 years. Yet, Basso defied these odds with remarkable resilience, becoming a beacon of hope for many battling the condition. His story captured hearts worldwide, not only due to his personal courage but also his relentless advocacy for progeria research. Born in Zo, Italy, Sammy was diagnosed at just 2 years old. Despite his struggles, he emerged as a public figure, starring in the National Geographic documentary Sammy's Journey, which followed his travels across Route 66 alongside his parents and best friend. Beyond the screen, Basso co-founded the Italian Progeria Association and became an ambassador for the Progeria Research Foundation, PRF, advocating for awareness and research to find a cure. Sammy's passion for science was evident in his academic pursuits, earning a degree from the University of Padua, where he studied his own condition and contributed to critical research efforts. PRF Executive Director Audrey Gordon remembered him as a brilliant mind and a dear friend, whose life's work profoundly impacted the global fight against progeria. His optimism, kindness, and dedication will be remembered for years to come. Abdul Salam, a pillar of NFL's New York Stock Exchange. NFL fans are mourning the loss of Abdul Salam, formerly known as Larry Falk, who passed away at 71. Salam was an instrumental part of the New York Jets' famed New York Stock Exchange defensive line in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Alongside fellow linemen Joe Klecko, Mark Gastineau, and Marty Lyons, Salam helped propel the Jets' defense to the top of the league, with a league-leading 66 sacks in 1981. This performance helped the team make their first playoff appearance since 1969. A multi-sport athlete during his high school years, Salam excelled in football, baseball, and basketball. He went on to dominate at Kent State University, earning first-team All-Mid-American Conference honors for 3 consecutive seasons. In 1977, 1 year after being drafted by the Jets, he changed his name to Abdul Salam, meaning soldier of peace, symbolizing his personal journey towards inner peace and tranquility. His contributions to the Jets helped rejuvenate the franchise, making him a fan favorite. In 1981, the New York Stock Exchange gained national recognition when the 4 linemen rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Though Salam's professional career concluded quietly after leaving the Jets, his legacy as a formidable defensive player lives on. Tim Johnson, championing bipartisanship and rural advocacy. Former U.S. Senator Tim Johnson, who represented South Dakota for nearly 2 decades, passed away at 77. Known for his bipartisan approach and commitment to public service, Johnson's career was marked by efforts to improve the lives of rural Americans. His legislative work often focused on infrastructure projects aimed at providing clean drinking water to rural communities and supporting agricultural reforms benefiting South Dakota's farmers. Born on December 28, 1946, in Canton, South Dakota, Johnson's path to politics began in the South Dakota legislature before being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1986. In 1996, he successfully transitioned to the U.S. Senate, where he served until 2015. During his tenure, he chaired the Senate Banking Committee and played a crucial role in protecting Ellsworth Air Force Base from closure, preserving numerous jobs in his home state. Johnson was a strong advocate for small family farms and veterans' healthcare, supporting key legislation like the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell and the Affordable Care Act. A dedicated family man, he was married to Barbara Brooks, with whom he raised 3 children. Johnson's legacy endures through the policies he championed and the lives he touched across South Dakota. Kevin Sullivan, wrestling's Prince of Darkness. The wrestling world is grieving the loss of Kevin Sullivan, the legendary Prince of Darkness, who died at the age of 74. Known for his innovative and often controversial persona, Sullivan captivated fans during the 1980s and 1990s with his eerie face paint and sinister presence. His character was partly inspired by the Satanic Panic era, with Sullivan masterfully embodying a villainous figure feared and revered by fans. Sullivan was more than just an in-ring performer, he was a creative force behind the scenes. His efforts helped shape many pivotal storylines in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, influencing the careers of many wrestling superstars, including introducing the future wrestling icon Big Show to the audience. Sullivan's wrestling career spanned several decades, during which he led infamous factions like the Army of Darkness and the Dungeon of Doom. In later years, Sullivan faced significant health issues. Following a serious accident in 2024, a GoFundMe was established to assist with his medical expenses. His passing marks the end of an era in professional wrestling, but his contributions to the industry and his influence on wrestling storytelling will endure.